Hey everyone, this is Sultan with WPFunnels with another one of our tutorials. If you're creating and selling courses using TutorLMS and WooCommerce, then this video is for you. You see, when you sell courses during checkout, it is normally not necessary to collect a lot of information. Basically, to keep it minimum, you can only collect the name, the email address, and then ask the customer to pay for it for enrollment, and that should be enough. If you want, you can ask for additional information, but it's not really mandatory, right? In fact, it is highly recommended that you keep the number of fields in the checkout as minimum as possible to speed up the checkout process and avoid drop-offs, right? Now, in this video, I'll show you how you can do that in two ways. First, I'll show you how you can use Checkoutify, one of our add-ons, to customize the default WooCommerce checkout form. So if your website is completely built for selling courses, then this is the one that you probably want to use. So this is an add-on you get along with the small plan of WPFunnels Pro, okay? Now, Checkoutify is actually an add-on you get along with the smallest plan of WPFunnels Pro, all right? So anyone who's using WPFunnels Pro, you'll get access to this anyways, all right? And the second way I'm going to show you is how you can use custom checkout pages for different courses or course categories using the WPFunnels Global Funnels add-on, which you can get by getting the medium or large plan of WPFunnels Pro, right? So let's go ahead and see how you can do that. As you can see right now, what you're looking at is Checkoutify. On the left side, this is going to be under WooCommerce. So when you get WPFunnels Pro small plan, you'll get this in your user account, which you need to install and activate, and then activate the license. And then you'll come to this window. So what you need to do is first create a checkout form however you like. And this is actually a checkout field editor, but with more control in the design and many more. You'll see that in just a bit. So first, let me create a checkout form, and let's start from scratch. So let's name it course form. Since I'm going to use it for courses, that's the name I choose. And there you go. So when you start from scratch, you get a basic checkout form. You can see that all the fields are here. Now, the specialty of Checkoutify is that you can customize this whole form however you want. You can drag and drop fields anywhere from the right side. You can, switch the positions of the fields however you want, just like you would do in any drag and drop scenarios, okay? And the best part is you can exclude and include fields over here. Now, for the checkout of courses, let's say I don't need the state or country, so I'm just going to remove that. I don't need the zip code. I'm going to remove that. I will need the email address, so I'll keep that. I don't need the town and city, so I'll remove that. I'll need the street address. No, I don't. So I'll just remove that. Let me just keep the country and region. This is because for some payment gateways, they'll require you to collect the country or the region for the payment to be processed, all right? So in that case, it's better to keep this field. But in case you're offering a payment gateway that doesn't require this, then you can just remove it if you want to. And then below this, there is the payment options, okay? So let's say that's all I need. I don't need anything else. You can see I just have the first name, the last name, the country, the email address, and then the customer is going to pay for the course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings, and I'm going to check mark this option, set as default WooCommerce checkout. So normally WooCommerce has a different checkout form of its own when you use its block. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace that form with this one. If I enable this, that means this is going to be the checkout form that's going to appear in place of the real WooCommerce form that you get on your site. Okay, so once I'm ready with this form, let me just click on update. And there you go. Now this form has automatically been placed in WooCommerce as the default checkout. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add a course product into the cart and move to the checkout page to show you how it looks. So this is a product I have on my shop, which is actually a course product. It's a complete SEO guide. This is tied to a course in TutorLMS. If you're wondering how to create a course product that is tied to a TutorLMS course, I'll link to a guide below in the description, which you can follow. Okay. Now let me click on add to cart and then view the cart. There you go. This is in the cart. Now let me proceed to checkout. And now you can see that this is my checkout form, and this is as simple as it is. It just has the 4 fields that I kept in Checkoutify. You can see I have the first name, the last name, the country, and the email address. And then I have the option to make the payments. Okay. And you can see that the product is added. This is the price. So it's a simple checkout. I can customize this further if I want to. Let me show you. So this is the form I just created, and I just showed you how it looks in the checkout page. But I want this to be a 2-column checkout. So what I'll do is I'll click on edit and change it to 2 columns and update. And you can see that the fields have been distributed to some level, but I don't want it like this. What I want is I want all the input fields on the left side and the rest of the thing on the right side. So I'll select one of these fields and take it on the left side. Then I'll take the email on the left side as well. There you go. And I'll just bring the payment options just below the product options. And then I also have this button which I need to bring in. And there you go. So this is the design now. I just recreated it. I'll just update. And then let's go to the checkout page and reload this page. And there you go. You can see that this has changed into a 2-column checkout. On the left side, I have all the input fields, and on the right side, I have the order details and the option to make the payments. All right. This looks much more clean, right? Now you also have more controls in Checkoutify. Here on the settings, you'll have the option to change it to a multi-step checkout if you want to, and many more. So you have all the controls you want. You can also customize the designs of all of this. You can also add order bumps to this same checkout form. You have full control over this. But the main important thing here is that you're being able to control the fields based on which you want to collect data from customers. So I just needed the names and the country and the email address. That's all I collected. If I needed some custom information, I also have the option to create new fields and collect the custom data on the checkout page. And this will also be added to the order details if I choose it to be. Okay, so that's how simple it is to use Checkoutify to customize your default WooCommerce checkout for your courses. All right, so this actually doesn't apply just for courses. If you're selling any digital products, this will apply, and you should be able to use it to customize the fields. And if you want to use Checkoutify for your default WooCommerce to customize the checkout page, you can always do that, right? Now let's move on to the second way you can customize the checkout page for your courses. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use WPFunnels, and I'm going to use its Global Funnels add-on. As I mentioned, the Global Funnels add-on will come with any medium or large plan of WPFunnels. So let's go ahead and let us create a funnel. Here you can see I have the option to choose many templates if I want to, but I want to keep this video simple. When you create your funnels, it's better to use one of the templates and then design them. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from scratch. So let's say I'll name it course funnel checkout. So let's say that's the name I'm going to give to this funnel, and let's click on create funnel, and it's going to take me to a blank canvas. So here, what I'll do first is I'm going to create a new step, and I'm going to start with the checkout step. Instead of a landing step, I'm going to start with the checkout step. As I said, I'm going to use global funnels here. In global funnels, what happens is when someone places an order or places a product in cart in WooCommerce, after that, when he's ready to check out, he gets into the funnel based on the condition. So that's what I'm going to create over here. So let me go ahead and choose, let's say, this template, and let's import. And there you go. So this is a checkout step template. So the design is already implemented, but I need to assign the product to this, right? But as I said, this is a global funnel, so I don't need to assign product. What I need to do is assign the condition. But before I do that, this is a part that you guys need to follow if you want to design the checkout page. Before you actually turn on the global funnel option and assign a condition, you first want to design the checkout page, because when you enable global funnels, you cannot really visually see much in the backend. So at that time, it will be difficult for you to design the page. So first what you do is you go to the settings of the checkout page and then assign the course product that you're trying to sell. So I'm just going to choose any course product that you have, and I'm just going to add it. There you go. And then I'm going to click on save changes and go back, and let's take a preview of the page, how it looks. So you can see this is how it looks, and obviously you have a lot of changes to make for the text. You also need to change the fields that are available here, right? So let's go back, and here let us see how you can edit the fields out. So let's click on this icon again, and this settings drawer will open up, and here on the top you can see you have this option for edit fields. Just click on that, and then here turn off all the fields that you do not need. Okay, so now what I don't need is I don't need the addresses, so I'll just turn them off. I'll turn off all the fields that I don't need really. There you go. I'll do the same for the shipping. I don't need any fields in shipping, as this is a digital product. What will I do with shipping? And I also don't need the additional fields. It's by default turned off in my store. So there you go. So as you can see, this is the fields that I kept, and then I'll click on save additional changes, and let's go back and let's preview the checkout page now. There you go. Now you can see this only has the fields I needed, and I have the order details and the payment information. So let's go back and let's do another thing is I will show you how you can customize the page as well. Let's click on edit. There you go. So depending on the page builder you use for WPFunnels, this page is going to open in the edit mode for that page builder. I use Elementor, so this is why this came in Elementor. So let me scroll down. You can see this form. This is actually a widget of WPFunnels, the checkout widget. If you click on this and edit this, you can see on the left side you have some options. If you want, you can enable floating field labels, which means that there will be no top label. But when you click on the fields, this text will turn into floating field. Let me just enable that just to give you a glimpse. And then you can see that now there is no labels on top of the fields, right? But let me click on one of the fields. And now I have the option to input the data over there. I can input my first name below this label. So this text becomes the label. That's the floating field label effect. So let me turn this off for now. And then you can see that you have the option to customize the layouts however you want. So you can choose a one column layout. You can choose a multi-step layout of 2 steps, multi-steps, express checkout. So you have all those options. The most commonly used one is the 2-column checkout. So I'm going to leave it to that. But that's how you can customize this. You can also customize the colors of the form by going to the style section. You can customize the text, the fields, the field borders, and everything from Elementor. All right. And you can obviously change every other element on this page to match your requirements. Okay. So if this is, let's say, according to this brand, this is LearnX, that's my brand, and I'm using that on top. You can change this to your logo, change the text to match it, add some relevant testimonials for this if you want to. All right, so you can do all that over here. So let me just publish this to save this, and let's go back. That's it. So the checkout is ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on new step and then add a simple thank you page. Let's say I'm going to use this template for this. So the thank you page is just going to give a summary of the order. All right, as simple as that. You can add upsell steps in between if you want to create a complete funnel journey. That's totally up to you. For this video, I'm just going to keep it simple. So now you can see that this is starting with the checkout page, and I've assigned a product here, but this is not global funnels. What you do is you enable global funnels here, and now this is turned into a global funnels. And what you can do is you click on this icon again for checkout, and you'll see that here, instead of a product, you have the option to assign a condition. So here you can choose that based on what type of product will you bring the person into this funnel. You can choose any product selected, which means any product they order in your store, they'll come into this funnel, or you can choose specific product. So let's say for this video, I'm going to choose specific product with the SEO guide that I selected. There you go. So for now, what will happen is that instead of the person going to the default WooCommerce checkout, if anyone is buying this course, they'll be entering this funnel checkout. All right, so let's keep that as the condition. If you want, you can change the condition to product category or any other condition that you have. We have a lot of conditions here, okay, based on which you can bring people into this custom checkout page. And you can also add an exclusive discount. So if you want, you can offer something special over here for the customer. That's totally up to you, okay? So you have a lot more control over here with WPFunnels. So let me just save this. And let's go ahead and try to order that course again and see if it takes me to the default WooCommerce checkout. So I'm on the product page again. Let me add it to the cart and let's view the cart. Now let me proceed to checkout. And there you go. You can see that now instead of going to my default WooCommerce checkout or getting the checkout from I created with Checkoutify, I'm taken into the funnel checkout that I just created. And you can see I have my product added. So this is because this is the condition I said that when someone orders this course, they'll be entered into this funnel. All right. So you can choose any other condition you want. Based on that, you can have a custom checkout page for your product. So this will apply to any type of digital products or any type of WooCommerce products you want. You can create these conditions. But in this video, I'm focusing on the courses. For the courses, I have the right information I need. I showed you how you can edit the fields out in WPFunnels. So it's pretty simple. With Checkoutify, you customize the checkout page of the whole WooCommerce store. But with WPFunnels, you customize different checkout pages for different conditions. So if you have a lot of types of different courses, then it's better to use the global funnels in WPFunnels and have different checkout designs for different categories of your courses. But if you have just the same type of courses in your WooCommerce store, then you can just go ahead and use Checkoutify and handle that. Okay, so that's it. That's how easy it is to customize your checkout form to only have the required fields to sell your courses. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in one of my future videos. Take care.